Namo Phat. Thanks so much for joining me for a daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This wonderful sound calls us back to our true home. The first mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I'm determined not to kill, not to let others kill, and not to condone any act of killing in the world, in my thinking, or in my way of life. For our Dharma lesson, we've been reading Everything We Do Matters by the Venerable Wuling. We're continuing in Chapter 2, Maintaining the Calm, Clear Mind. The Buddha continued that even if robbers were to carve the monks up limb by limb with a two-handled saw, the monk who became angry even at that would not be doing the Buddha's bidding. He instructed the monastics that even under such circumstances, they needed to train themselves to maintain an unaffected mind and to continuously pervade the universe with thoughts of goodwill by eliminating hatred and not speaking evil words. The Buddha asked if there would be any speech they could not endure, were they to follow his guidance. They responded that there was none. He then told them that they should call to mind often the simile of the saw, for doing so would bring them happiness and great benefit. The Buddha was teaching them to discipline themselves and to train by remembering these words of advice whenever they heard people speaking to them, using speech that was timely or untimely, true or false, affectionate or harsh, beneficial or unbeneficial, with a mind of goodwill or with inner hate. In other words, they were to train themselves by remembering these words of advice at all times. First, the monks were to train so that their minds remained unaffected. To maintain a calm, clear, and unperturbed mind, we should not allow that which we see, hear, taste, touch, or think to disturb and thus taint our pure mind. Whatever has been perceived must not move the mind, but be allowed to fall away, just as an image moving in front of a mirror is reflected, but is no longer present after passing out of sight. Also, the monks were to say no evil words. Like them, we can endeavor to never again say words that are false, harsh, divisive, or enticing. This guideline of saying only what is correct, honest, and beneficial enables us to keep our speech proper. So often when we are speaking with others, we do not say anything helpful, but instead indulge in idle chatter or frivolous talk. If there is nothing correct, honest, and beneficial to say, it would be wiser to remain quiet. This way, we will not have to regret what we have said or wonder how to undo the harm we have done. When speaking with others, it's also important to find the right time to discuss sensitive matters. Embarrassing or hurting someone because we chose the wrong time to speak to them will cause additional suffering. Furthermore, it will do nothing to correct the situation. We need to find both the right words and the right time to say those words. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Namo Phat. Thanks so much for joining me today.